The countdown to kickoff is almost over, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are locked in for a Week 1 clash with the New York Jets. After a long offseason filled with tough decisions, cutting ties with once promising quarterbacks, navigating a cryptic 2025 NFL draft, and pulling off blockbuster offseason acquisitions, this team finally feels like it's ready for battle. Well, almost. All eyes are on defensive captain Cameron Hayward, the 36-year-old anchor of Terrell Austin's defense, whose future for Sunday remains slightly cloudy due to ongoing contract negotiations. Without him, the Steelers might be prepared. But with him, they're complete. Hayward is more than a player, he's a presence. A leader and mentor. A warrior who's built a career on grit, toughness, and showing up when it matters most. While his age says one thing, his tape says another. He's seasoned, not old, and still capable of making game-changing plays in the trenches. The only thing standing between him and Sunday's kickoff is a demand for a new contract extension. But on Wednesday, Steelers fans were given a glimmer of hope. Hayward returned to the practice field, and defensive coordinator Terrell Austin didn't shy away from the obvious when asked if number 97 would suit up this weekend. "Absolutely, he's been practicing, so I'm anticipating him playing," Austin told ESPN's Brooke Pryor. The Pittsburgh Steelers need Cameron Hayward on the field in Week 1 versus Jets. Now, that's not quite a firm guarantee, but it's the clearest indication we've gotten so far. If Austin feels confident, then I do too. Still, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. Hayward's desire for a new deal is real and, frankly, understandable. He's a franchise legend who's done everything the right way. Since signing a 3-year extension last season, he's added 8 more sacks to his career total and continues to be a foundational piece of a defense built on physical dominance. But here's where I'm torn. I admire Hayward for standing his ground. Players, especially veterans, should advocate for their worth. He's earned that. At the same time, I truly believe there's no better time to let his play do the talking. Sitting out now would feel like a missed opportunity, not just for the team, but for Hayward himself. This Sunday matters. It's more than just a season opener. It's a tone setter for a team that's expected to make a serious playoff push. Every piece matters. And no one on or off the field means more to this defensive unit than Cam Hayward. If he plays, the Steelers walk into MetLife Stadium with their identity fully intact. If he doesn't, it'll feel like something's missing, even if the scoreboard doesn't say so. Personally, I think he suits up. I think he leads that defensive huddle, hand in the dirt, ready to make life miserable for the Jets' offensive line. And I think, eventually, the contract takes care of itself. The New York Jets will face off against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers in the very first week of the season. Rodgers' return to New York will be watched closely by fans across the league. However, one of his former weapons won't have the chance to play. The Jets have refused to play Aaron Rodgers' former teammate in their rematch. A surprise decision on wide receiver Allen Lazard by the New York Jets ahead of Week 1's game against the Pittsburgh Steelers threw everyone off guard. New York put out their list of inactives for the Week 1 game at MetLife Stadium, and Lazard was on it, meaning he won't suit up for the season-opening contest. That is a shocking decision, to say the least. Lazard wasn't on the Jets' injury report this week, and he is listed as a starter on the team's depth chart. Not to mention, the Jets already have a shaky situation at wide receiver behind Garrett Wilson. So, what's behind the decision? There is no concrete reason why Lazard is inactive as of this writing. There was no indication the veteran wideout had fallen out of favor with New York. The only thing we can think of that makes sense is perhaps New York has reached a deal with another team to trade Lazard after Week 1 and are holding him out to make sure he doesn't get hurt before then. One team that could have interest in his services is the team the Jets will face on Sunday, the Steelers. Pittsburgh has an equally shaky situation at wide receiver behind DK Metcalf, and an addition of Lazard would provide a strong boost. Lazard also has a connection with Aaron Rodgers from their days together with the Green Bay Packers and Jets, and we all know how much the future Hall of Fame quarterback loves reuniting with his former receivers. On September 6th, former quarterback Tom Brady took to his Instagram stories, sharing a great reminder with his fans. He put up an Albert Einstein quote that read, "Stay away from negative people." They have a problem for every solution. This post was made right after Brady backed the Pittsburgh Steelers QB Aaron Rodgers, who's also named the team's captain. Released by the New York Jets, majorly due to mediocre play, in 2024, Rodgers joined the Steelers this year. He signed a $19.5 million deal, with $10 million fully guaranteed. Speaking to Pro Football Focus, Brady offered pointed advice to the veteran QB. He acknowledged concerns about Rodgers' gameplay while also showing support amid the captaincy criticism. We all have to evolve and grow. Some of it is more mentally. How do we make the game a little more simple for ourselves so that we can execute faster? And then emotionally, how do we connect with our teammates and bring that competitive, positive attitude to work every single day? And sometimes when you go through tough times like he did with the Jets, you get reinvigorated by going to another organization like the Steelers that has had so much consistency in their success, and that could allow Aaron to achieve what he hopes to go out on the highest of possible notes. His counsel arrives just days after the Steelers announced the Super Bowl 45 champ as their offensive captain for the 2025 season, his 15th time earning that honor across 3 franchises. Critics have questioned whether a 41-year-old QB, who's had a challenging season with the Jets, can lead a new locker room and carry a franchise with high playoff expectations. Social media and sports pundits alike have poked fun at his captaincy, alluding to the contrast between A-Rod's veteran status and the team's younger core. With the season opener looming and seeing Rodgers now the focal point of Pittsburgh's offense, Brady will, for the first time, watch as a broadcaster from the booth. Steelers' Aaron Rodgers could unlock Darnell Washington as secret weapon in 2025. As Pittsburgh prepares for the season, one of its most intriguing assets could be Darnell Washington. Standing 6'7" and weighing over 260 pounds, Washington is a physical anomaly with the agility to match. After 2 seasons primarily focused on blocking, he's now poised to become a significant receiving threat. During training camp, QB Aaron Rodgers frequently targeted Washington in red zone drills. Rodgers has expressed confidence in Washington's abilities, noting his versatility and potential as a mismatch for defenders. This connection could elevate Washington's role, especially in high-leverage situations. With the Steelers' offense emphasizing tight end utilization under offensive coordinator Arthur Smith, Washington's development as a receiving option could be pivotal in 2025. If Rodgers and Washington's rapport strengthens, the Steelers may be uncovered a potent weapon to complement their offensive arsenal.